Dang it. This is Nathan.
Hey, Nate, Brian Kruger.
Brian, how you doing, man?
Good. Hey, thanks for dropping off those cards.
Hey, yeah, I finally got by with, so you can keep track of them now. I don't know if you're so hip that you're on Instagram, but Alex is really good about keeping up there.
Well, and I was watching your Twitch videos. Never even heard of that.
Yeah, so now you can just watch it all live. You can watch me embarrass myself live. So,
hey, I have a question on the coachums, if you could help me real quick.
yeah.
I'm wondering if I'm recreating work that you've already done. I went out and we actually found a brick that matches the house, and I've got a brick mason to give me a price.
Okay. I think they want it. What we ended up talking about was we had talked about just a synthetic stone veneer early on in the process when we gave them their first number, and Derek gave us I don't want to know this number, so we changed a bunch of things to make it possible. Okay.
And Nick, could you hit this one as well for me?
Yes, I will. Sorry about that, guys. Let me get back up.
What you're pushing against is a squirrel. What?
Yeah, that one's super twisty there, so. Okay. Yeah, let me see if I can't really get anything over for you, but should be good. Okay. So, Bernie, you just have to take a hammer and just wail from that end and try to get this whole thing to suck together a bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully I closed it a little, but if you wail on that end, then hopefully it'll close up a little bit more.
All right.
Okay. And then, Bern, the one thing you're going to see here is this one's going to be a shorter number. Should be about, 21 and a half.
Okay.
That makes sense? Yeah, 21 and a half. Anyways, nothing's wrong there. Just you'll notice that that'll be a smaller number you'll have to cut.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Okay. Back up and running. Okay. Trying to nail anything in the middle of a big long stud is a pain. That's why nail guns are so great. Boom. You just get it and you got it. Okay. Time to go track down this Sirius again. Okay. Hey, babe? Yeah. Can I borrow you? Or you need to keep working on lunch? Okay. Oh, wow. It is about lunchtime. So I just want you to look at the other side, how it's going to look. Like, I think from out here, as you step back, that's not too bad, right?
No, it's not. Now, is there a lower window?
What's that?
Is there a window below that?
Yes, this one has a lower window, door, and then a window for the kitchen sink. And I haven't figured out the kitchen sink window yet.
Okay. What am I looking at?
So you're looking at the one on the far side now. So it's a bigger gap. Can you see this one I got through here?
Yeah, to me, that's what I was picturing all along. So that's totally fine.
Okay, and now it's 6 inches above the floor in the loft. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then this one is going to end up being about a foot above the floor. Is that all right? Or do you want it to match? I'm talking about the one on the end now.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's fine. No, that's perfect. Yes, perfect.
Okay. Doing it.
Okay.
Getting it. Yep. Okay. We got the blessing, guys. We can keep going. We are all good. So get this while I'm here, since I've already got it halfway in. Finisher. Okay. Okay. Man, this fur is twisty stuff. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's so sad. That's abandoned. You ready for that burn? I can hear. Okay, great. Yeah, and just keep hollering if I can hold or anything like that. Make sure we got our numbers all good here. So it's gonna be 14 to 37 and a quarter. Nothing on that side. Nothing on that side, only on that side. Okay. What'd you end up cutting those at, Bern?
21 and a half.
Okay.
Well, one of them is slightly strong.
Okay, that's good. Okay. $14, 37 and a quarter. Got it. Got it. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Those are done. Done. Okay. Another one done. Keep on moving. So this is now wrong. Good thing we checked it. Okay. Let's get this right. This is going to be 14. Coming down to 37 and a quarter. 14. Coming down to 37 and a quarter. Okay. Boom. Cross both ways. Next one. Okay, it's done. Now to figure this one out. This is easy enough. She just doesn't want it to change. 6 down to 29 and a quarter. It's easy enough. Six down to 29 and a quarter. Come on. Bern, I think lunch is ready too. Let's grab a drink and let's do that. sides. Boom, boom. Got that one. This one's going to be 14. And 37 and a quarter.
Okay, thank you.
$14, 37 and a quarter. Okay. Ooh, fire. That's tasty. Although you might want something more substantial. But I think Mrs. Sirius whipped up some sandwiches, so we're gonna get that going here in just a second. Just finishing a little bit of layout here. Well, hey, babe. You guys already eat?
Yeah, lunch is ready.
Sorry, I should have come in and eat with you guys. Okay. What do you think about these window heights up here? Are they okay?
I'm not seeing it. Sorry.
You probably have to come up if you want to see it.
Does that match? Please?
It matches everything else. It's just, I don't mind, but like, I'm going to be over the top of them, but I think you'll be right on. Looking right at them, basically.
I mean, there's no way for you to have a window you're not.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's fine. It matches everything else.
Okay.
So, Burn, let's go food.
All right.
I mean, if you have an issue with it, Nate, you can do what you want.
I'm just making sure. I mean, we could raise them a foot, but I don't think it's necessary. Just. Okay. Food time, food time. Let's do it. Ooh, wow. How's lunch, guys?
Good.
Looks pretty tasty.
It's good.
Thanks. That's nice of Mom. Did you say thanks for lunch for?
I eat these now.
Did you eat your apples?
All my apples are gone.
Great, then yes, you may.
What is in there?
What's that?
What's in there?
That's mango lemonade.
Oh.
Guys, gonna go sit outside?
Just gonna go sit in the shade. You want to be in here, Bernie? You okay outside? See if we can find some shade out here. We don't have AC going right now, so it's just about as hot inside as it is outside. Let me get some of this cleared out. Okay, got that. Okay.
Well, we'll get started on the sheathing today, but
Yeah, well, I forgot about all the window stuff I had to fuss with. Which is good to get it out of the way, but
you know. Are you just going to put 2 foot wide windows in that?
exactly. And not cut in a bunch of headers.
Yeah.
Keep it more sturdy. So yeah, we'll see. I think it might just be another. Sometimes there's the days where you don't really get to see anything get done, but important stuff gets done.
Yeah.
So mustard. I need mustard. Right, you need anything mustard ranch? What do you like?
Either both.
Okay. It is pretty sunny. Ask Mom before you open it. Guys, it's a good time. If you got any questions, fire them away at me. All yours. I know. Doing some bubbles?
Bubble!
Bubble!
No, no butter. No! Never see. Hey, it's hot. Oh no, it's happy. How do we do this, Dad?
You can do it. You were doing it. Hey, mister. How's it going?
Look like that.
Oh, wow. What do you have in there?
What's in here? Apple juice and water. No spider.
The mango lemonade?
You said look out. Because there's a spider. Hmm?
Did you see that?
This orange juice and lemonade.
Pink and red? Yeah. Pretty cool.
Hi! It's not a close.
I got mustard all in my stash.
I got mustard.
Tacoma? Too close, but back up. Back up.
What?
You're just getting a little close on the food.
Mom,
Yeah, but
this is not good.
what do you mean
It is popular. This series makes a mean sandwich.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to not let you kill my mint plants. What I'm doing.
Lay down.
Tacoma, lay down.
Lay down.
You're overdoing it, buddy. How close can I get to the food without touching it?
Why do we have those gates up, Dad?
Which gates?
Those gates.
The one around the corn? I think it's to try to keep bunnies out.
The bunnies eat corn.
They kind of eat whatever they can get their little mouths on. So yeah, they'll eat corn. They'll eat anything they can get to.
What does it say?
What did you say?
Anything leafy, and they like berries too.
Hey, it's hot.
You made a bubble. Good job. How can I help you?
Oh, bubble! I saw a bubble.
Can you please not step on my feet? That hurts me. Oh, so close.
That was a big one. Bucket. It was so Why did you not let me do it?
Can you let your brother have a turn also?
A pop. Well, maybe it's giving out a rib. I don't like that. What happened?
Grey Poupon really cleans out the sinuses.
I put it on as if it were mayonnaise.
Yeah, or yellow mustard.
It's not.
No.
I just caught one.
Good job.
Now it's my turn. Hunter did it.
Right into my mouth.
A bee bubble.
Okay, you gotta let it at least try and go. Okay? Otherwise, you're just popping it right in my face.
Boom. Did pop right in your face by itself?
Yep,
Bee
it did.
bubble. I never get a chance.
Alex, what kind of tree is that when I'm right out there?
I don't know. You put it, do you remember? You just got it from Home Depot.
Okay.
Bubble popped
Did it
big.
flower at all?
What?
No.
Yeah. It did.
It's a good looking tree. Very healthy.
Well, this is the
I
spot.
never did it.
Is that how we talk? Okay. Vern, this is the spot that gets overwatered from all of them playing with water. So, yeah,
I want to do it. I want to do it. I want
it's
to do it.
living the life
You talking about this one or the one down there?
Whoa.
down there.
Bubble.
anything in this path gets just drenched in water. That's why we're growing such a nice weed garden out there, because it's the most well-watered area of our yard.
There you go.
Up there, I've got the OtterBox Defender case. It's super heavy duty. So, in good shape.
I haven't heard the dog barking for a while.
That dog's been chill today, hasn't it? Come here, Tacoma. You got some fuzz on your head. Cut one on.
What are you giggling at?
Go and lay down.
I'm about to break this back.
Mom?
Yes.
Why are you sitting down in the house?
Because it's something in the shade to sit in.
Mom, you can sit on it. It will break.
Thanks, bud.
You popped it, Mom. No.
Oh my goodness. What do you need to say?
Excuse me.
Got a belching competition going on over here.
If I did too much, I would do it. Can you get off here?
Sure.
I'm coming back inside.
Don't what? Where's the top, sweetie? Taco license. What does that mean?
Big boy. Mom, take put one. Here.
Bubbles. Yeah.
And get open.
that the one you just had open, bud? Is that a different one or is that the same one? Okay.
Two bubbles. Got lemon famous water, Dad.
Yes, you may. Yes, you may. Put the top back on your bubbles, though.
You
You want to play with water, Rocco? Other way.
Sure.
Spin it the other way, honey. Here, bring it on over to me. Oh, good job. Good job. Excuse me. Hey, Hunter, only turn it on a little bit. Just gonna turn it on full bore. Okay, let's get back out there.
Burn? Anybody? Where's Hunter?
Okay.
Turn the water on, you say? Turn it on.
Thanks for making Rice Krispie treats, Rockwell. Thanks for making Rice Krispie treats. They're good. You may. Or let me make sure. Mom, did they get to have any treat yet?
Yeah, they're good to have something.
Okay.
We both did really well.
How many?
You may.
Yay. I'm having
Because you guys keep bringing them. Sorry.
Okay.
why your glass brown?
Fine. It's good stuff. This one's Hunter's.
that.
Okay. Give him whatever size, but Rocco already got his.
Did Rocco get one this big?
Maybe. Not quite as big, but Dad's not good at portion control, apparently. Okay. Okay. Back to some building. Hey, babe. How about in our room? Not same size is all good?
I'm coming to help. Okay, you're good there, Bern. Guys, so what I gotta do is I have to figure out this door opening for us. A 3068 door has a 38-inch rough opening. Which I think is probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Which means I need to modify my studs a little bit. So I'm going to do that real quick. So we're going to cut this one out. It's existing. And we are going to move it over a little bit. For a metal blade that's not in terrible shape. A lot of big blades. And most of them probably aren't that great. Don't know how I ended up with so many blades in my thing. There's a metal blade. That'll do. Okay. Okay.
Showing about
21 3/4 is really the accurate number. So I just, really this side we're slightly narrow for whatever reason. So go just 21 3/4. And then if that squeezes in a bit, that's all right. Because then it means it's actually going the direction we want it to.
It looks a little bit. Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So even if it's a little larger, we'll squeeze it closer to where we truly want it. I think what's going on here, Bern, that this ended up smaller is that this header kind of shoved this stud over a little bit.
Okay.
And that's why we ended up smaller. It's no problem, but
This one, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's on the out back quarter. That's
Yeah, yeah. Disenfranchised, what's up, my man? Good to see ya. We thought we were gonna do sheathing by now, but I was forgetting how many window holes I still had to deal with. So right now we're getting all of the window holes all set, so then we can sheath it. It's exciting to see windows on this though, I gotta say. Fuss with this for just a minute. I don't like that. How it's looking. Not really. I'm gonna have to fuss with that thing later. I'll be fine. No problem, disenfranchised. Know how it goes. It's good to be busy, have some work every now and then. Disenfranchised Tacoma Moat is officially live. Don't know if you saw that yet. So next, I gotta cut this out. We gotta redo a little bit of layout here. For a 3.0 door. Okay. Yeah, we got a roof on yesterday, disenfranchised. That was pretty fun and exciting. Good stuff. So we'll use that thing, we just gotta put it in a different place. Got you a door, hon.
I know, I was gonna say, you mean I get my garage door after all?
You can have a garage door if you want.
What's going on?
I'm cutting it for the 3.0 door.
Oh. Cool.
Good, that's what I want, that level of excitement. Okay, babe, something else to think about here. Tanks. Water tanks, gray water, fresh water. What do you think?
Yes. Are we talking about under the bathtub? Is that where
I'm talking about through here. Do we raise the kitchen in this area at all?
we have to raise the kitchen in order to do it? I'm trying to understand.
We don't have to raise the kitchen.
Under the sink?
What's that?
Can it just live under the sink?
What's that?
The gray water?
Probably not.
Okay. good.
I need to know what our floor height's going to be so I can do our door.
And I'm supposed to be able to tell you what it's going to be. That's what I'm.
That's annoying, disenfranchised. I guess, so you still want 100 gallons of water, right?
Sure.
That's what you had said once.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I want lots of water.
Yeah.
If it's helpful to raise the kitchen, I do worry about somebody tripping, but
I worry about that as well.
would we raise the, raise the bathroom? There's not enough head. So we would raise just the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then it would be a step down into the bathroom.
And then we have to figure out the shower. Shower becomes difficult.
Right.
Yeah, Hunt. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, bud, but that happens. Sorry, guys. It's decision-making time. So here's what we're up against, guys. There's a few different things you can do, but we are going to do a composting toilet, so I don't need a black water tank. That helps me out a lot. It's kind of like 16 inches wide by 7 feet across. Freshwater, it's only about 7 inches tall. Freshwater tank, 50 gallons. Would go in this stud bay. And I could lay it on the floor, and then I could put 2x8s on either side, and I could raise my floor through here. And I could possibly do a freshwater tank and like a freshwater tank over here. The beauty of the freshwater tanks is they have a little pump, so they can go anywhere, and I'll just put them in line, and I'll still have positive pressure. So that part's easy enough. The difficult part is the gray water, which needs to collect my shower, my vanity, and my sink. And that is all gravity fed. The vanity and the sink, they both start up at about 2.5 feet. So I can bring their plumbing around and be all right. The difficult one is going to be getting the shower to the gray water tank. So that's what I'm debating on. Do I lift the shower and then get a gray water tank above it? Where does a gray water tank go? Some people they bring portable gray water tanks where they just stash it somewhere, and then when they park, they lay the gray water tank underneath their trailer and then hook up their gray water system. Seems a little bit more of a hassle than I really want. So that's where I'm a little bit torn on how to set this thing up. So, thinking about those things right now. Kind of been coasting, doing things that we can do where we didn't need to have these decisions made. But right now we really need to make these decisions. It is time for decision making. So, well, we're just gonna make a decision. Okay, so I am working with what I'm deciding, guys, think about it, is that I'm going to keep my door down low, and if I decide to raise this, I'll just have one more step from my door up to my main floor, is what it's going to end up being. So I'm going to keep the door down low, and we'll see. We're either not going to raise it at all, or even maybe not in this area. Or we will. We'll keep thinking about that. So my rough opening is going to be, it's a 3.0 door. Rough opening is 38. I'm going to increase it 1.5 inches. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take a piece of 1x6 and then I'm going to buck my entire door with that for a little extra strength. So that'll be that. So my 1x6 will end up going kind of, I don't really have a way to do 3/4 inches here. We can do that. So my 1x6 will carry out past my foam, and that'll be just kind of an additional buck to help make my door jamb a little bit more sturdy. Just thinking that through, making sure I'm happy with that decision of mine. Otherwise, I don't want that, and I could just go right at 38, and then that's it. I'm gonna do it, no buck. No buck, we're gonna do it right at 38, and that's gonna be it. So that is my stud. Same thing over here, I'm gonna pull my number. So 38 is going to come right here, and that is where my stud goes now. Where are these studs at? I'm going to ditch that 118. I'm going to go grab this board over here and cut my door jamb out of it. Yes.
If we raised the kitchen and we raised the bathroom, but we had the shower lower.
Shower needs to go up. Bathroom could stay down. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, no, but okay. Yeah.
Shower can't be lower than the bathroom. Shower needs to be above the bathroom, if anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Thanks. Decisions time. It's tough. This is where it gets tough. Gotta make choices and sacrifices. Okay. Fire, yeah. When you're just building the box and putting a roof on and putting sheathing on, that's all simple enough. But windows and like floor heights and all that, that's all like permanent, big deal stuff. That stuff is harder to land on, I find, because you got to live with it. You want to be right. Burn, before you go up, could I steal that for a minute? Thank you. This hose is so dreadfully leaky. It is annoying. Okay. Doing what I need to do. 38, yes. Oh man, this board's already twisting like crazy. Okay. Thanks, Bernard. Probably out of nails there now. Okay, we've got a door. Now we just need a header. So, I need a header at 38. That's going to be 6'8". So that's so 6'10" is going to be my rough opening. Just be up there. Okay, happy little mark right there. 6'10". Okay. Boom. Fire, that's a standard front door, 3068. That's what they usually make them at, so. I was debating if I could get away with smaller, but I'm just worried that Miss Sirius is going to buy something big. And then I'll regret not having a big front door. So, we're going big. Okay. See what I got here to use up for header material. Use that thing. just use this thing. It's fine. Oh, there's something. Okay. Good. One. Next. It's right here. $38. Very nice. Okay. The rest should be at 22 and a half, yes. Used up everything we got so far?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I only told you 20. I knew there'd be more. I just had to finish the layout, so I only gave you what I knew. Okay. But that's not surprising to me that you got to cut at least, maybe even like 10 more.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really think about the master at the time. That. Before I go nuts out, make sure I'm looking all good here. 6'10". Guy with that disenfranchised. I just tried gambling and I got wrecked. Hashtag wrecked is what it told me. Like, thanks game. Thanks Twitch. It's cool of you. Real chill dude. Real chill. Okay. Nice fire. Okay. Hey babe, can you come give me a hand? You just hop up there and then, is that door size okay?
It's huge, yeah.
It's a 3.0 door. I mean, again, it'll shrink with the edges and glass and all that. But so you're gonna push on this one in towards me as hard as you can, okay? Go muscles. Okay. Hold it. It's gonna hurt my ears.
You want me to focus on this one and not the one next to
You're doing fine. I'm just trying to. Man, that thing's bad. Okay, that's good. Thanks, hon. Studs are curly. Okay. Cool, man. Yeah. Okay. And then do you want me to make the top of this same as the top of the low windows? Yeah.
No.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out the low windows, but I'm trying to figure out our tanks as well. So.
I'm trying to see if there are any tiny houses that have like a raised middle. And I'm not seeing it.
Look at the Alpha or look at. You have your phone on you?
Yeah.
You look at the Alpha? Look at the Alpha tiny home?
And it goes lower into the bathroom?
Well, it's raised in the kitchen. I realize that. Right, I mean, that makes it tougher. Basically, you have to. What they do is they raise one end to put tanks under it. I don't need those. You can save them for your fire collection, bud. I don't know what will make a fire. I'm trying to crank this thing down to see if I can get to stop leaking air all the time. Oh yeah, that one's an old stud.
I go get it.
use up all the short stuff in here?
I think so. I don't think
Yeah, looks like it.
I don't know. It's not letting me go.
Hey, babe. Yeah, will you come? See, a lot of them are made to just sit in one place.
What?
A lot of them are made to just sit in one place.
Right, I hear ya.
So if they're always going to be hooked up, it's not as big a concern.
Yeah.
But if we're not always going to be hooked up, okay, we got to think about tanks. And if I mean, do we need to rearrange where the kitchen is or the bathroom is? I realize what we have now is the most ideal layout, but
We can't move the bathroom because there's, where else would it go?
it would have to go at that end. There'd have to be a hallway.
Okay, so raise the kitchen, but you're also saying we need to raise the bathroom?
I'm not saying we need to. The shower should be raised.
Right. So we had talked about just doing like just where the platform where the shower is being up,
Uh-huh.
and then bumping a little bit into the boys' space in that area up top.
Okay, we can keep pursuing that, or do you want to try to put the shower somewhere out here where it's no longer with the loft? It's kind of outside of the loft.
That takes a valuable kitchen.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You know, I think we have a slightly awkward situation in that we're trying to not be hooked up. Obviously, I think everything gets really easy if you're hooked up because you just run a bunch of pipes underneath your trailer, basically. I think we are. Right now, I'm kind of envisioning something raised in here, and then a gray water tank running along here, and then a little outlet here, and then a freshwater tank running along there, little outlet or a little inlet over here. And then maybe 2 steps. Step.
2 steps. Wow. Okay.
I could probably get it done with 1 step. I only get 7.5 inches max for a step. I can't go bigger than that.
And are you worried about needing more than 7.5 for the wheel wells or for the tank?
For the tanks. Wheel wells are at 8.5. But I'm thinking about putting that 2 inches to raise this up.
Yeah.
So I can get it done in 1 step.
I would prefer 1 step. If it's possible. And couldn't you just step down into the bathroom and then the tub could be what we talked about where we raised that portion of the boys' loft
Okay.
so that you have ceiling that you need.
Okay.
If you feel like doing a shower outside of like expanding the bathroom is the best idea.
No, it's fine. We'll just do a little raised area in their loft.
How deep will it be?
Probably raise it about a foot.
And how wide?
I'd probably go as deep as wide as the tub is.
Are you gonna hit your head getting in and out of that?
I'll be careful. I'll be okay there. As long as I can stand up while I'm showering, I can work with my head being in a tight space.
Can you talk me through your shower scenario?
My shower would basically involve doing bathroom's kind of here, but then to get to the shower would be on like the raised platform along with the kitchen, and then you would basically step up and in, and then your shower height could be whatever because you'd be past the loft.
And then what does it look like from out here? Like a box?
This would, to me, yeah, basically. You'd have walls going, I'd say you'd have a wall going all the way up, and then you'd have a little storage area for them right in here, above the shower.
That's how they get up to the loft. That was supposed to be where their entrance. Can you come talk to me? That's supposed to be where their entrance is because it's the high side.
Yeah, I mean, then I think you'd just be putting a little ladder right up here from the side of the shower. But I think you prefer to have it over in this corner.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Are we having it be? I mean, this is gonna have to be raised regardless.
If we're doing a bunch of tanks, yes.
Okay. Can I think about it?
Yeah.
Do we have time to think about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
The,
Just windows. I gotta think about window heights. If I raise that, it changes my window height. My window height's based off of my floor height.
Okay. If you raise this. If you raise what?
Well, like if I raise this floor in here, I want to think about it for this window, and base this window off of that floor.
Plan on us raising the kitchen because we
Okay.
need that, right?
That'd be ideal. And then the next thing to think about is, yeah, we're at the difficult part here, hon. The next thing to think about is, are you okay with a step that slants over this way?
No.
Can I get that face one more time? Just so.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because I'm going to need about a foot to handle my plumbing for my gray water tank to dump out.
So could it just be you two?
Yes, it can.
And can it
I
be
can have a
like-
jog.
Can it be a jog? Like basically there is a cabinet there and so the jog is specifically at the cabinet.
Yeah, I could probably. Got to think about that.
To me, a slanted, and Byrne, give me your opinion on this too. He's talking about a slanted step. To me, that is like super dangerous. Because
I don't think it's dangerous, but I do see it like if you have a bunch of clean lines and you've got one angled line, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Where would it be?
So basically what we're trying to figure out, Burn, is we want to have 3 tanks in here. We want to have 2 freshwater tanks and 1 gray water tank. And then what a lot of tiny homes do is they just hook up to utilities. They have a waste line hooking up into a septic or whatever they're doing. They have fresh water coming in, and the gray water just going to septic as well. Yeah. We want to be able to park somewhere and have tanks to absorb our gray water. And same, we don't want to just have to hook up for water. We want to have our own tank. So we're trying to figure out where to put them. And it basically amounts to we have to raise the floor, really, to put the tanks in.
Because it has to be how low. I get that there's an issue with the tub, but how low does the tank have to be in the rest of the house?
The tub is the only thing that really needs the gray water tank to be down.
So if that's raised, then technically nothing else needs to be raised.
Only if we want space to put a couple big freshwater tanks in.
Could they live in an under cabinet?
Yes. We could get freshwater tanks that are not low and squat. And we could put, we got a utility room here for freshwater tank. So we can do that.
And then could we just do a step up to the shower? And no step anywhere else?
So the gray water tank just goes in the bottom run of cabinets?
Yeah.
And our freshwater tank is not a flat one, but is going in like a utility room? Decisions.
What?
Nothing. Decisions, I said.
Now, okay. Freshwater that would be just like in a cabinet. It doesn't have to be low. It could be anywhere.
Freshwater does not have to be like super low.
Right. Okay. And
We don't want it in the ceiling, but right.
And then gray water is basically, it would be underneath.
We need the gray water to be beneath the bottom of the shower.
Okay.
So as long as we have a step up to the shower and the gray water's relatively close by, we can make it work.
What about with the washer dryer? How does that impact things? That's another hookup.
Yep. The waste hookup shouldn't be super low. That does have to go to the gray water tank as well.
Waste? Where are you doing a compost toilet?
For the washer dryer.
Okay.
The washer needs a wastewater.
Yeah.
The problem with the shower is obviously the waste comes out right at the bottom of the shower.
Right.
Then I need a P-trap, and so it's got to be raised. The waste on the washer dryer, I'll have to check the specs, but it should come out about a foot high. So that'll give me enough that I could work around somewhere and get the waste to a gray water tank while keeping my slope.
Okay. I don't know. Do you just raise everything? And then do those in for storage?
There's a lot to be said for that.
Hey, Ro! Rockwell! What are you doing?
Fire, that'd be a pretty cool idea.
What?
He's talking about if we had more room, do a big set of steps to the boys' loft and have that big set of steps be a big utility room.
Where are you going to do steps over here? Or are you going to do something over here?
Here it's really just a little ladder, kind of where Alex is.
Oh, okay.
Just a little.
And I don't really have the layout in my head. So
Yeah. I hear ya.
how far out is the loft going to come for the boys?
6 feet, roughly.
Okay, so kind of about here.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
Should be. Somewhere right about there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't see how either way how it would change our windows.
The ones up high, it doesn't. Unless we change the loft height, then we might have to think about windows. If we're raising the bathroom, we got to raise the loft, which I don't think we want to do, right?
No.
Okay. As long as we're not messing with our loft height, our upper windows are all set. Those aren't changing.
Okay.
So that's why I went ahead with those. But now I've got to start thinking about this window here and this window over here. And this we want to think about the floor height.
Window where? Over here.
We have a 2630 casement window that we say we're going to put in here,
Right. Okay. Okay.
right across from the door.
Thought you were pointing to the kitchen. I don't know the answer.
Okay.
I know that, like, by the boys, that's kind of a strange, yet to be figured out thing with them being able to go up to their loft. So if we did that, is it just like a landing? Like, I don't know. To me, that makes me a little nervous.
Yeah. Will you come show me where you want everything in the bathroom right now?
Okay, so you told me this side has to be like the shower. Correct.
That would be easier for me.
Okay. So it would basically be like the shower. And then over here would be the toilet. And then the washer, dryer. And then the vanity. And
Okay.
the utility closet would be like here.
Okay. So our shower is 32 wide, did you say? 4 foot wide? What is it? Okay.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, that's...
It's 24 by 40. 24 by 36. That's 30 right there.
That's 30. 36 right there. 24 by what?
36.
24 by 36? That's 36, so I'm marked off at 36.
Okay.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking right now, actually. I'm thinking we have a gray water tank that's running underneath there.
Underneath this.
That's running underneath this run of cabinets.
Okay.
We keep the floor height the same, but basically the cabinets, the bottom of the cabinets are useless. There's a gray water tank under there.
Okay.
And then over here, now the problem is the fridge. Can the fridge go way down here?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we shove the fridge that way,
Then I could do a tank under the cabinets to like here. This would still be ideal to have this shower. So I'd pop up in the boys' loft. There would be a little 3-foot area that's raised in their loft.
That's the wrong side. Again, that's where they enter, and that's where their beds will be.
Okay,
Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear you. Yeah.
Why don't you just become shorter?
Get right on that. I'm gonna walk around with 100 pounds every day till I compact my spine, so I'm 6 inches shorter. I can bend over in the shower, hon. If
No. And that sounds terrible also. So really what we kind of need to do is make the bathroom like this. And then like taking to, right?
And then what?
Taking part of here. Is this tall enough for you? So frustrating. Is this tall enough for you if we move the kitchen to here?
Yes. What are you thinking about?
I don't know how to do it and have it work.
What we really got to do is we got to go to Camper World and we got to look at all the tanks we could get and see how we could arrange the tanks.
And also the bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Tomorrow?
Today?
I have a doctor's appointment.
What time?
3:30.
It's disappointing.
What?
It's disappointing.
Sorry. But tomorrow after, oops, that thing broke. Tomorrow after.
Okay. We'll think about tomorrow. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Tomorrow after like 10.
That'd be a cool idea, Fire.
What?
I was thinking about a pull down ladder now, but
Oh, for the boys?
so that way they wouldn't have to come up this side. You could pull it down right over the door. We've talked about a few of those ladder ideas. We've been trying to set up something where it's kind of permanent, and that way they can make decisions if they want to play in the loft without us having to move a ladder around. So, thinking about those things. Now, how high are your pantry cabinets going to be over here, hon?
Depends on the pantry cabinet, I guess.
So, I mean, right now I'm already down at, like 90. So I'm either got to shrink the windows or move them up if you want to have something super tall.
Okay. And to me, it makes sense to have super tall.
Use up as much space as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
For as much storage as possible. I also thought about like that could be a taller one. This could be the fridge, and like a lower, dry food, and that could be taller if we wanted.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? this for the bathroom. And then we just do a shower. No, then it bumps into. Ah. Okay.
Here's what we need to do. We need to. We gotta lay this thing out. We've been putting this off. Will you grab the broom, hun? I'll get the vacuum. We gotta get this whole.
It up.
I was gonna just mark it out, but we could do tape too.
I don't care.
We just gotta lay out everything that we're actually gonna do. I know we've been brainstorming and doing all sorts of stuff, but we gotta make it permanent. So we're doing it, guys. We've been putting this off. We gotta make some final decisions. Okay. So I'm gonna go bags off for a minute. We're gonna get tapes, snap lines, pencils, things that are relevant to doing layout. And that's going to be about it.
What do you want me to do, Nate? You want me to keep going on these windows up there? or?
That's great. Ironically, these four up there, those are the most, we're good on those.
Okay.
I know for sure. So,
Oh, are these still in doubt?
no, I think we're good. I think we're good. The only thing that I think would possibly change is if we have to shrink these windows and move this up 6 inches on these. If she wants a super tall pantry,
Yeah.
that would be the only area. So,
And then you're going to put a window here opposite the door, you said?
yeah, so we're going to do windows somewhere in between these two studs. Just
Okay.
kind of opposite the door, because we don't have any low way to look out this side of the unit.
Yeah.
So if we get something there, we got plenty of light, and we're going to make a few of these operable up high, so we'll be able to get airflow.
You get lots of light in there. You don't have a lot of vision.
That's the thing. We don't. That being said, this side though, this is a full light door, so this is all glass.
Oh, good.
We're doing a window here,
Oh,
and we're doing a window here. Yeah, down low is going to be a window.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to have low windows on this side, and our neighbor.
Listen to the upper windows.
In addition to the
Oh,
upper windows.
So this is going to.
So this side is going to be good for
Glass
visibility.
house. Yeah.
This side's going to be real good for visibility.
Okay.
It's this side that we only really have upper windows.
Okay.
We have one transom window in the shower, but it's just small and you can't, you can only use it when you're in the bathroom.
And that's underneath.
Yes, so that one is basically right here. We got one little, basically 12-inch tall transom window in there. Window we're going to do for the loft. It's just going to be 2x6. I'm going to go pick them out, get some really nice ones, sand them, make it real clean. 2x6 with T&G on the top. So we're not going to put drywall or anything on the bottom, so it feels a little bit higher.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So that'll be the loft. And this is the loft mark right here. That thing there is where the loft is. So that'll be around here. But then we do have to just think about where our cabinets are going, where our sink is.
Yeah.
Alex has been thinking some big tall pantry cabinets over here. We're bumping into a few things. We want to get a counter depth fridge. The only problem is with this wheel well here, it pushes it out another 2 inches. So even if we get counter depth, it's still going to stick out a little bit.
Yeah.
But so far we think we're just living with that. We think we don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Well, I mean, best to. You're at the point where you need to.
exactly. We need to know these things.
You need to completely lay it out and lock it in.
Yep, exactly. And then the next thing is, so we've been watching videos. What some people do is, for water, you do it two ways. You do need to bring a tank, but you get these little spigots that are, one is just a hose. You can hook it up to our house.
Okay.
And that's easy enough because that applies pressure. You don't need to run a pump. You just get city pressure right there. And then right next to it is a little filling that goes into a tank. There's a lot of tanks that are very long, narrow, and short, made to hang underneath them. Ours isn't really built for that because
what a lot of these trailers have is they just have cross members, and then you set it in between the cross members. Ours has cross members and 2 running this way, so it intersects where that tank would have to go. And then the other problem is if you put it down there, you risk freezing.
Yeah.
So there's an advantage to put it in, just then you're taking up inside your living space, basically.
Yeah, you risk.
So we got to kind of figure that out. The average tank's about 50 gallons. She wants 100 gallons or so, which is probably good for us, 4 people.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out how we fit all those in, and then a gray water tank. What I've seen some people do is they don't have an actual gray water system. They have a tank on wheels that you can roll around. And then when you get somewhere, you just pull it out, you put it underneath your trailer, and you hook it up.
Yeah.
The nice thing is it's good for positive drainage. The bad thing is if you aren't at a place that has a dumping station, where do you dump it?
Yeah.
They're not as big, so there's stuff like that. So,
Well, you're gonna learn a lot about living within those constraints. The road.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, there's no good way to learn that.
That's exactly right. You know, we're going to just, showers are just going to, I think baths would really be good, actually, in that, you know, showers end up taking up a lot of water if you sit in there, and the boys will want to sit in there.
Yeah.
Fill up a tub that's, you know, we'll have to make sure it's a small tub, but 5-gallon tub or whatever, stick with that, and then at least you know how much you've consumed for that period. So yeah, but I think that's, so if you'll bang in those last 4 windows, that's like the last decisions. We're up to that decision point, and then from there, anything lower, we got to figure out what the heck we're doing.
Yep. Alrighty then. We'll
Cool.
do that.
Thanks. There you go, fire. That's thinking outside of the box. You say no shower, just wait for rain. You guys will be good. Getting a serious reaction there.
Stench, I would wake up to in the middle of the night.
3 boys around you. Miss Sirius would be devastated. She couldn't deal. Boys and I would be fine. We could go for a year without a shower.
Lucky on the weather today.
Yeah, it's coming though. We're gonna get some water. I was wondering if I get up and tape up the roof.
Then yes.
Do you have underlayment?
So what it is it's actually just tape. That layer of red you see on it is the underlayment. So that's a water air barrier.
Exterior, okay.
So I don't actually have to do a traditional underlayment, but I do have to, it comes with this special tape. So I do have to go up and tape it.
The whole thing or just the seams?
Just the seams.
Okay.
So it adheres to the other stuff. And
Hi.
hey,
Sorry, I
I
was
know.
trying to think if we could just move the bathroom over here. But
yeah.
Decisions. Yeah, I'd have to do a little bit of a gutter system, which I wasn't planning on right now, but I've thought about collecting rainwater. It's a internal debate in my mind, for sure. Okay, I'm here for something I can scoop with. This will be fine right here.
Don't do that, Hunter.
What's wrong?
Hunter splashed water.
Okay. Don't splash water.
Don't die boldly.
Cool, man. Okay. So, for gray water, do you want to start laying out your ideal and see how that looks, or do you want to think about? I'm thinking about.
Alright.
What's that?
Won't work.
I think it's gonna be tough. Well, the other option would be really to do, to me, to do a bathroom that's got a walkway in the middle. One side that's open has the vanity and the washer dryer.
Are you over here or are you over there?
Right now I'm over here. I'm just throwing other things out here.
Yeah.
So this is all raised right now. Make sense? And then you have your walkway, and then over here you have areas that would be closed. You'd have a door on your toilet room, and you would basically have either a...
How are you getting up to our lock?
You just have to go in the middle.
Oh, it's okay.
So you'd have a closet on either side now.
Okay.
Okay? Sorry if I'm jumping too far ahead. I'm just tossing things out there. This is why your whole thing is raised. You'd probably have your gray water tanks right underneath it. You'd have your clean water tanks probably underneath it as well.
So then the living space, is that tall enough for you?
To me, the living space is then in the middle, and then the kitchen is down here, underneath the loft.
Gosh, this makes me so sad.
Okay. We don't have to do it then. We can...
It just seems like that is a total waste of the openness
Right.
of it. That totally destroys that.
So now let's think about it. Right now, the boys have 3'8" and 3'1". Do we take it down to 2'8" and 2'1"?
2'1" is like not even worth having.
It sounds tiny to me. I'm just brainstorming right now. I'm not saying it's a good idea. Or I mean, maybe. So the tall side. Let me just think about this. If we took out 6 inches, So if it was 3 foot to 2 foot 4. 3 foot on the tall side, 2 foot 4 on the other side. If we basically raised the...
We don't need the whole thing raised. We just need where the shower is.
Okay.
That's it, right?
Yes. That's fine.
So that seems like taking a small space and making it even smaller.
It just means we'd have multiple, 2 freshwater tanks and gray water tank under the bathroom, basically.
But we can put them other places, with the exception of the gray water.
Correct. I'm gonna get you a chair. Hang on.
No.
I'm getting you a chair.
Because I need to just do this.
Okay.
Okay, so compared to like the loft floor with it not with the bathroom not raised, if we bumped it out into here, we pulled space from here, how tall would it be? So
if we just raise a shower here.
Yes. And the shower is like comes into here.
Let's say we want to do, let's say we probably go up to there, so then our shower would be shower would do something like this.
Okay, that's doable. And that's with this raised, and this could stay low. Yeah? Right?
Yeah.
So like if the shower went out to here, into there, and then this is just like closed.
Fire. Nicely done. Congrats, man.
Did he solve our problem?
He did not. But he's got 1,000 serious bucks. It's the first one to 1,000.
Ask him, what does he get?
He's waiting for me to create things that he can spend it on.
Hurry up, Nate.
I know. He can gamble it. There's really no sense in that, though.
We could pull the washer or dryer out of the bathroom.
Okay.
It could live somewhere over there. Does your utility thing needs to be on that side also? Is that right?
Ideally, all of our hookups are on this side.
Thanks, sweetie.
Thanks, bud.
And I see one pizza.
The washer dryer is there.
Hey, Hunter.
Here, Hunt, you can just lay it down on this side. Appreciate you offering stuff to burn, though.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't know. I need to think about it.
Okay. We gotta go to Camper World. We gotta pick out our tanks
So tomorrow.
tomorrow. Okay.
Or you guys can do it tonight.
No, you need to be there. You need to be there.
Careful, hon.
Okay, hon, that's enough. No more up here, okay? Appreciate your help, but that's all.
I just don't like how moving the bathrooms just makes this whole place small.
I agree. The best layout is the bathroom here, the kitchen there. Now, are we okay if the kitchen's button into the walkway a little bit? So, cabinets, I can notch them over that and rebuild them. But the fridge, I can't. So that's going to come 24. Give me another inch and a half. The fridge is going to end up coming out to there. And these cabinets, I can get the cabinets. Yeah, bud. Cabinets I can get to about right there. So that still is, still got 3 feet of walkway in there. So that's okay if our fridge just butts to the back of that. Okay. You got to look into the size of pantry cabinets. I think a lot of them are like 92, which is already kind of too high for this, really.
Well, unless we go around the window.
I
Yes?
need some more of these pieces.
More of those pieces?
Yeah.
I don't know if we have any more, but I think they're all in use.
Yes, we do some.
Okay.
Yeah.
2.
Are you guys almost nap time? Boy, are you dirty. Almost nap time. You tell me. Look at the sky. Is it night? Great. Okay. Because the shower has to be on that stupid side. That's the problem.
That's what ruins it.
Hey guys, the mosquitoes are coming out.
Oh dear.
I mean, it doesn't have to be.
But it has.
But supposedly all of our dumping is going to be over on this side.
We do have more pieces.
How high up would it go if you were to bump just for where the shower is? Like
Probably raise it like 6 inches.
what if we did the shower here? And it's like this.
Okay.
And then that is so they can still get up,
Uh-huh.
and that would just be raised, and then where that is basically up there, going all the way up just becomes closed storage.
Yeah. I like it.
And then this is just,
So we tuck our shower all the way back. I have a gray water tank that's running all the way underneath along there.
this pops up, but it still gives them enough room to walk up.
Okay.
And in.
So I've got a shower, and then what? Do we do a toilet over here?
No. Because the shower you can like kind of sneak into, right? You know, you can just go like this and then get in there.
Yep.
This stuff all over my butt. The toilet could be here and have its own little room,
Yep.
and then this could be like open, one side vanity, one side washer dryer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
washer dryer. And then the shower could be a little bit bigger if we needed it too.
Uh-huh.
And then this could be the vanity, which is now smaller, but whatever. And then the toilet. Yes, I got.
Operator, how you doing, man? Okay, I think we go and we buy tanks. And then once I have the tanks here, I build around them.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah. So, my thing doesn't change any of our windows. It doesn't change any of our spacing either. It is what it is. Because we go up here.
Yeah, the only window that would change is this one.
Right.
Which we could just flip it to this wall, or we could just nix it entirely.
It could just be this.
Yeah, it could be just a little one over there.
Okay, so I said the vanity was here.
Yeah.
That's the shower. And then that's the toilet.
Yeah.
So you could always do like two like really little guys there.
Absolutely.
And then it would match that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just go shop. We'll buy some tanks, and that'll tell me what I need to do to make this work.
Okay. Sounds great.
Once I have the tanks, I'll set them in here, and I'll frame around them. I'll figure out how I'm working around the tanks, basically.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, Bern. Thanks.
I think the windows are in, at least
Yep.
we know about.
Oh, that's good. Let's take a peek.
No, Dad.
Yeah, Hunt. There it is. All of our windows going along up high.
You think it wasn't where it was supposed to be? Yeah.
And then we've got our windows. This one I need to fuss with a little bit. And then we've got our windows down along there. That looks real nice. And the rain's gonna come soon. Well, Bern, I think that's gonna do it for today. We gotta go shopping, so. And with the rainstorm coming in, hopefully we're just all done before the rain anyways, so.
Do you want to put a tarp up on top or something?
Are you guys going shopping tomorrow then?
I think we're gonna shop tomorrow in the end, but.
So we'll just break tomorrow?
Yeah, don't worry about tomorrow. I'll keep you up on when we're kind of ready to go again.
Yeah. I mean, Friday can work for me.
Okay.
Works for you. And
Great.
I'll take a break tomorrow.
Yeah, fire, I do. I do. You have one last thing to do? Where do you got to put that one? Okay.
So I think we should do some building.
Some building? Okay.
Now we have to do
Are you up for that?
one will be hot.
Not till like
Let me
tomorrow.
grab something, guys.
Tomorrow hot.
Careful, hon. Be careful.
Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do is we're going to figure out the shopping tomorrow. I'm also going to spend some time on Amazon figuring out my tanks This is kind of the moment I've been dreading, figuring out the utilities. It's a really important part. It's the part I have the least experience and the least knowledge in, the least idea of really what I'm going to do. So it's important that I sit down and kind of really think through, figure it out. I've been watching some YouTube videos how other people have done it, and a lot of it has been they really just make their tiny houses so they're meant to be on grid, that they're meant to be attached to, you know, waste, water, and electric. And we're trying to make ours at least have the capability of being a little more independent than that. So I got to think about how I'm going to achieve that a little more. Miss Sirius had some good ideas. Firecracker had some great ideas, but we're going to get that figured out. So I'm going to do a quick wrap up today, and I'm going to let you guys go. If I do decide to tape the roof, I will pop, you might see me pop back on in like an hour and a half or so if I decide to tape the roof. Otherwise, if I get a little bit of rain, it's going to be okay. The roof is going to keep a lot of it off anyways, even though some will drip through. So, but what we did do today is we finished up some more tension ties. We officially have this thing all bolted down. I didn't have all my tension ties. And then it was all just kind of figuring out windows. I debated with, and I just felt the first raindrop. So it's actually good that I'm going to be wrapping up here because I'm going to be racing ahead of the storm. I got back from my window guy. He said he can make windows up to an 1/8 inch, within an 1/8 inch of whatever I want them to be. And it basically just goes up every 6 inches, the cost increases. So I'm just making them as big as I can in between the studs. So you got our high ones up there, plenty of upper light. Got our 3068 door in. What we haven't done yet is we haven't laid out our lower windows. Cool, buddy. Got some strawberries coming in. We're waiting on the lower windows because I'm still trying to decide exactly what my floor height is there. And that will adjust. Windows might go up or down based on that. Our upper windows we're going to keep pretty fixed. Oh, it's really starting to drop on us. It's coming, it's coming. So anyways, quick shout out. I know Gald and Popular. I saw you guys got subs in. I don't have you on my list yet, but you guys are on. Thanks. Captain Kern, PSP, Young Money Matt, Solder, Disenfranchised, and Drill Zoom. Appreciate you guys. Sorry I'm cutting out a little bit early on you here, but it's research time. I will tomorrow when I am hoping, I don't know when I'm going to be on tomorrow with our schedule, but I'm going to at least build the morning and then we might go shop in the afternoon. So plan on seeing me in the morning tomorrow to do a little bit at least. We'll keep going from there. Thanks for chilling, guys. Really appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. And I will catch you guys in the morning. I'm going to race to get everything picked up before it rains like crazy. So, see ya.